Welcome back to Book Club for Two plus you. I'm Trista.
I'm Amanda.
And we are rereading Twilight.
I'm like too crush on somebody that much that you notice their every move. High school me was like, yes. That's probably why. But also adult me is like stalker Bella.
Yeah.
Edward hasn't talked to Bella in half a dozen weeks. I couldn't allow him to have this level of influence of me. It was pathetic. More than pathetic, it was unhealthy. Again, it's the obsession.
Yeah.
Like, you know it's unhealthy, and yet you're still
pathetic. You admitted it.
It's been over a month, girl. Like,
yeah.
No.
I wanted, what was it? 3 boys that wanted
her to ask them because it was
girls' choice or something. Yeah. No, if 3 boys had shown me any interest in high school, I would have been like, I'm cool. This is great. I think that's the point though, is like a lot of high school girls go to their dances by themselves, either because the boys are too scared to ask, or they're too scared to ask, or it's just easier to go with your friends and dance with whoever you want.
Yeah.
Right? So I feel like the fact that she had 3 boys specifically,
and she's complaining,
ask about wanting to go to the dance with her, and she's complaining about it, really makes me angry. Because shut up. Why are you doing that? Like, just enjoy the fact that somebody's paying attention to you. Seriously. Interesting and brilliant and mysterious and perfect and beautiful and able to lift a full-size fan with one hand. And I went,
show them the ...
I know, but he hasn't done anything in this book to be called interesting or brilliant. So he knows basic science. So what? He gaslit you into thinking that he was next to you. Like, nothing that he has done so far has indicated to me that he is anything but like some guy who happens to stop a van. And like, have a little bit of confidence. You saw what you saw. You saw what you saw.
But she is not blonde, and
she's clumsy, so I guess that must mean she's also stupid too.
Not a cheerleader.
Whatever. Okay.
If somebody doesn't want to be my friend, goodbye. I don't have time for you. Like I would have just held inside before. Has definitely grown.
You really sat there. I'm sorry.
It's a
like
snow day.
Dragon Ball Z charging up or something.
But
it's over 9,000.
There's so many better people than Edward Cullen to be my friend that will give a crap about me.
A lot comes with age.
Reading young adult has become incredibly hard for me because I'm just constantly sitting here like,
why are you dumb? Why is your young, underdeveloped brain not making better decisions?
Listen, I don't like Bella. It could be like, no, it's you're interesting. And
yeah. So we both thought it was cringe.
Oh my gosh, yes,
Well, I thought it was a red flag. Well, no, wait, hang on. Was it cringe?
Or did it make me laugh? Red flag one.
No, it made me laugh. That one made me laugh.
Okay. No.
But it is also cringe. Edward is actually nice and does something to go out of his way, offering to take her to Seattle so that she is safe and not have to drive her. Jessica. Edward talks to Bella, or points at Bella across the cafeteria, and Jessica's like, does he mean you? And I'm like,
well, he hasn't shown you any interest.
She's Jessica. Jealous much? I don't know. But, that was like, what I wrote was, that's probably an inside thought, ma'am. You don't say that out loud.
This is a favorite quote as an adult.
Okay.
I decided as long as I was going to hell, I might as well do it thoroughly.
Yes.
Because
it's funny as I thought about you when I read that quote too. I should have marked it, but I didn't know what to mark it as. I was like, Amanda's probably gonna highlight that one. But like, also, on top of being clumsy and pale and useless or whatever, she's also can't handle blood. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? This whole chapter is foreshadowing. Like,
why is she becoming a vampire if she can't handle blood? My red flags were, what if I'm not a superhero? What if I'm the bad guy? He smiled playfully, but his eyes were impenetrable.
What does that mean? His eyes were impenetrable.
She couldn't gauge the meaning from his eyes.
Okay.
I don't know.
Don't look at me like that.
You're not. What? You don't like that?
No, it's weird.
What if I'm not this superhero? What if I'm the bad guy? I would be like,
I would laugh in his face. I would be like,
okay, serial killer. Like, this is like Stephanie Meyer bad writing.
kills me is that she's so sensitive to blood that a finger, one drop of blood on a finger, or even the thought of the blood or whatever, that she's been in the school for like 6 weeks. And you can't tell me that none of these kids have like paper cuts or oops, I got a bloody nose in gym or like.
Or that she hasn't had her period.
I don't know if this is foreshadowing, but I'm going to go with probably yes because of the blatant amount of it in this book. She's, Edward is like, oh, I can't go with you while you go to the reservation. And he says, try not to fall into the ocean or get run over or anything, okay?
This is like an foreshadowing for an entire book.
Right. So he's already like, you're clumsy, don't do anything dumb while you're there. But then like, she goes and she talks about how she's crawling over rocks and getting scratched up and falling over, and it's like, well, there we go. She's like, along its pebbled banks, shallow pools that never completely drained were teeming with life. And to me, that says vampire, okay? Because you're drained, but you're still alive, right? This is the first conversation, and he's got so much more personality than Edward does. Immediately, I like Jacob. Yeah. Team Jacob. Right now, Team Jacob. Because Edward is a rock. You said Team Edward in the books.
But then Team Jacob in the movies?
Mm-hmm.
Where?
I don't know.
Where was I Team Edward? Because, again, Jacob in this, like, short conversation, like, you're so cute. You are so adorable. And I just want to hug you. And, like, Edward, I want to kick off the cliff. Like, adios.
We still have 3/4 of the book, so maybe it'll change. But currently, Team Jacob.
Yeah, Team I feel Jacob. The same.
Actively
we
flirt.
like the same part.
She actively is like, I think that I'm going to try to flirt with him to get more information. But the line says that her idea of flirting is emulating Edward, who has done nothing but be a jerk to her. You're dumb. If you're going to emulate flirting, emulate Mike's behavior because he has been kind and sweet and paying attention to you. Mike. Team Mike. Right now.
I like Eric more.
Whatever. Team any of the other ones because
I just turned 15. She's like, really? I would have thought you were older. And he goes, I'm tall for my age. Listen, every boy that, hears that they look older than what they are, I'm tall for my age, is always the reason. Looking around.
Who the fuck is Lauren? Where did she come from, by the way?
I don't know, but she's a bitch.
I don't remember the first 5 chapters being mentioned at all. It's just been Jessica
this chapter,
and
how they're the same Collins.
He gives away the whole story right there. That's the whole thing.
I'm just like, wait, how did I not?
Treaty or something. If the treaty's already broken.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, book over. End of story.
I feel about.
I thought the first 6 chapters were boring as shit. Let's be real. There's nothing happened in this first 6 chapters. And this feels like it's going to be the last 50 pages are going to be interesting. And I have no idea what happens in the middle. What is this? What is the rest of this? What's wrong with you?
I am so bored.
Here we go. Ready? That is the first 6 chapters of Twilight. Done. Yay. In the books. Post another video January 14th at some point during the day. We're gonna call it Twilight Tuesdays, and we're gonna get together and discuss the rest of the next 6 chapters, chapters 7 through 12. So if you're following along and you want to read with us, 7 through 12. No, 7 through 12, because then it would be 13 through 7,
8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Okay, we're going to do chapters 7 through 12 next time. So if you're following along with us and you're reading Twilight, then read chapters 7 through 12 and tell us in the comments how much you love this book. I love it so much.
Dun, 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 dun.